very emotional. And Mercy is just one.
My name is Mercy Mukeni. I work at Women's Empowerment Link, which was a partner to Equitas in the Advancing Equality Through Human Rights Education project. Our focus is in two structures. So one of it is the public participation forums, which basically involves a lot of the budget making process. And then we have the chiefs barazas. The chief barazas are the lowest administrative unit. So the communities during the baseline identified those two forums as very critical forums for women to engage and enhance their participation.
Ahere project is a project which supports women to build their capacity in terms of decision making, just influencing, for example, the duty bearers, just make sure that during their programming, during their activities, they are more inclusive, they involve women. I have been working as a gender equality advocate, and from my experience as a human rights defender, there's a lot of gender inequalities. Women are still left behind in terms of representation, in terms of involvement during decision making. If you look at cases of gender-based violence, women and girls are the most affected.
So some of the challenges the communities talked about when we did the baseline was, number one, the timing. The timings are so bad that women are not able, within their duties and their gender roles, to be able to find time to attend the meetings.
For example, they used to have meetings late in the night, which did not factor in the gender roles of these women. It means now women did not participate because of the timing. They have to go and perform other tasks as caregivers back at home.
The other major challenge, especially targeting women, was the self-confidence to actually walk in and speak in meetings. A lot of women felt that for you to be able to go to such meetings and speak up, you needed to be of a certain social status. And so what has happened is that it has deterred a lot of women to access these spaces.
Through the Advancing Equality Through Human Rights Education and East Africa Human Rights Program, I have been doing consultancies, especially to support women and vulnerable groups to access justice, especially those who are surviving violence and also those who are surviving from other marginalized and other inhumane issues.
The other challenge is also around cultural norms, which plays a very big role, where women, just like in many other African countries, there are places in the kitchen and they're not supposed to speak where men speak.
When I was interacting with this project, I was not a public speaker. I couldn't express myself. I didn't have the confidence. But through the introduction of this project, it has built my capacity. I have gotten that affirmation that yes, I can do it. I can fight for gender equality.
We sensitize the community, we sensitize the duty bearers, we sensitize women, men and girls in the community. And that was an impactful story. And it changed my perspective to understand that these various rights are very, very important, and people don't understand that these are rights that you're supposed to enjoy just because on a mere fact that you were just born a human being.
So the IRA project had many activities, but we used 3 strategies to implement these activities. So the first one was capacity building. And in capacity building, we were targeting local grassroots organizations that worked with the people directly in these 2 counties. And the strategy was to train them on human rights-based approaches so that they can incorporate this when they're doing their work, when they're mobilizing communities. The second approach was on collaboration, and basically what we sought to do is to have these women rights organizations, human rights organizations coming together to work together to mobilize communities in enhancing participation of women.
During the introduction of this project, it connected with my vision, and when this project came in, it first of all built my capacities, and then at the same time I was able to sensitize the community, influence the duty bearers.
I am an empowered woman. I am able now to move forward as a strong woman to keep fire burning and to ensure that there is sustainability.
I didn't know that all these things will come. Back there, when we talked about gender, they were always telling us that you're coming to tell us about women. But right now, they understand that gender is not all about women. Gender is about a human being, and respecting a human being how he or she or they were born. It's not the fact that because you're born a woman, you are a lesser human being, or because you're born they, you're a lesser human being.